And with that, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Calvary Christian School. Here for tonight's big region matchup between the Brookstone Cougars and the Calvary Christian Knights, the first time these two have met this season. Sitting in the top two spots in the GIA 4A Region 5 standing so far, Brookstone a perfect 5-0, swept Bocelli, and then won 2-3 against Westfield. That other game against Westfield has been postponed to May 2nd. Calvary coming in 2-1 three-game splits, or wins, I guess you should say, over Strong Rock and Bocelli, sitting at 4-2 in region play. Westfield in third in the middle of the pack at 3-5. Strong Rock at 1-2, and San Bocelli at the bottom at 1-5. For the starting lineup for the Brookstone Cougars here on the road tonight, leading off center fielder number 7, Mercer Hudson. Batting second, number 11, the shortstop, Brennan Neal. Batting third, number 24, the catcher, Gray Jones. On the mound, number 12, Luke Lowry will also bat cleanup. Batting fifth, number 9, playing third base, Charles Briscoe. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 16, Will Turner. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 4, Maxwell Jones, who's hitting in place of the first baseman, number 23, Chapman Dykes. Batting eighth, number 8, Harrison Baker, playing left field. And in the 9 hole, number 15, playing right field, Chan Woo Kim. On the mound for the Calvary Christian Knights, Braxton Wilkinson, the sophomore, is going to get the start tonight for the Knights. On the season, Wilkinson has an ERA of 3.2, has pitched 19.2 innings, only allowing 11 hits and striking out 20. Been a very efficient season so far. Calvary still yet to play Bocelli and Westfield in region play. This is the first of a 3-game set this week. Game here today, game at Brookstone Thursday, and then back here on Friday.
Leading off for Brookstone in the top of the first, center fielder number 7, Mercer Hudson.
And what do you say? Let's play ball. Mercer Hudson will step in the right-handed batter's box to get this thing underway. Absolutely perfect night for baseball. Temperature in the low 70s. We're going to get to the mid-60s. As about the last 50 feet or so of center field and right field still splash in the sunshine as it sets to our west. Hudson steps in. Batting .397 this season. The first pitch to him a little outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch by Hudson, chopped towards short. Going to be a tough play for Houston. Quick fire over the first, in time for the first out of the inning. Beautifully played by the shortstop there, Cam Houston. And a good throw over to Liam Hocutt at first base. And 2 pitches and 1 down. Beautifully played there on the tough hop. And that'll bring up Brennan Neal, the shortstop. Neal also having a good season at the plate, batting .340 so far. Also has 1 home run to his credit. First pitch to him, outside corner, called a strike. Big gap in the middle of the infield between the second baseman and the shortstop for Calvary. Home plate umpire calls time real quick, and Brennan Neal's going to reset. The first of 3 pivotal games here at region play. 0-1 pitch. Swung on rope to left field and is going to get over the head of the left fielder, Fitzstone, into the wall for extra bases. Neal slipped initially rounding first, collected himself and slides in the second with a double. And the Cougars with a runner in scoring position with 1 down. Good piece of hitting there by Brendan Neal, and that'll bring up Gray Jones, the catcher. Another high average, .439. Gray Jones is batting so far this season. Brookstone coming into tonight with an overall record of 16-3. So now Wilkinson will work from the stretch. Middle infielders playing toward the second base bag now. First pitch outside in the dirt for a ball. Wilkinson eyeing Neal a couple times back at second. Eyes him a third time. The infielders creep in now. He's going to throw. Chopper toward third into the Brookstone dugout. Foul. And one of the Cougars over there made a good play in the dugout. And for Gray Jones, it's a 1-1 count. Defensively for Calvary, left to right in the infield. Brady Reed at third. Cam Houston at short. Tommy Irving at second and Liam Hocutt at first. Jackson Kennedy doing the catching duties tonight. 1-1 pitch, up the middle, going to get through for a base hit. Neal around third. Neal's going to come home and try to score. Will score in plenty of time, and it's 1-0 Brookstone. So an RBI single for Gray Jones, and Brookstone's got an early lead. And Mitchum Kelly's going to come in to run for Gray Jones. So that'll bring up Luke Lowry in the cleanup spot. You'll also get the start on the mound for Brookstone in the bottom half of the inning. Quick pick-off move over the first as Kelly slides back in safely. First pitch now, low in the zone, called a strike. Lowry batting .298 this season with 16 RBIs. Pickoff move again, a little outside, and two pickoff moves, neither really that close to getting Kelly. (0-1) to Lowry. Chopper in the infield. Going to be a tough play for Wilkinson. He can't scoop it up. It's going to be an infield single. Throw over to Hocutt, nearly went into right field. Good play there by Hocutt to save it from doing so. So an infield single from Luke Lowry. And the Cougars with 2 on with 1 down.
Brings to the plate third baseman, number 9, Charles Briscoe.
3 straight hits for the Cougars, and that'll bring up the lefty, Charles Briscoe. Batting .346, 15 RBIs. And 1 triple, 1 double, so 2 extra base hits so far this season. First pitch to Briscoe. Slicing foul on the left field line, out of play. Wilkinson again eyeing the runner at second. 0-1 pitch. Low for ball 1. Brookstone has a team batting .333 so far this season. 1-1 pitch, outside corner, call strike 2. Really efficient at the plate so far this season for Brookstone. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, slapped towards short, going to get past Cam Houston for another base hit. The runner will hold at third. So Jones will be at third, Lowry will be at second, Briscoe at first. And the bases will be loaded for the second baseman, Will Turner. 3 straight singles for Brookstone. And the opening umpire's going to call time, and C. Smith wants a little bit of a word with Wilkinson. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors that always make all this possible. Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC in Opelika, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Master Wall, Terry Johnson Agency, Alex Quinney Allstate Agency. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for always letting us do what we do and giving these high school athletes the spotlight they deserve. So after the meeting, a very important at-bat right here. 1-0 Brookstone, bases loaded, 1 down. The Cougars looking to open it up here early. First pitch to Turner. Chop towards short. A slow roller collected by Houston. Fire over the first in time to Hocutt for the second out, but a run will score. So Turner grounds out 6-3, but will drive in Gray Jones. That'll be Turner's 15th RBI on the season, and it's 2-0 Calvary. Excuse me, 2-0 Brookstone. And that'll bring up Maxwell Jones, the designated hitter. Runners at second and third with 2 down. First pitch to Jones. A little outside for a ball. That pitch a little outside low as well, 2-0. Slight breeze blowing back in toward home plate. 2-0, there it is, strike one. The 2-1 to Jones. Swing and a miss, strike two. Runners to second and third, and the 2-2 pitch. Inside call, strike three on the breaking ball. What a pitch by Wilkinson. Maxwell Jones goes down looking, and that will end the inning. We head to the home half of the first. 2-0 Brookstone here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Leading off for the Knights in the bottom of the first, number 22, Cam Houston.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the first inning. Brookstone leading 2-0. Two early runs gives the Cougars an early lead. On the mound for Brookstone, Luke Lowry is going to get the start tonight. ERA of 1.81 on the season with a record of 3-1. Lowry's pitched 19 1/3 innings and has allowed 15 hits and struck out 16. The first pitch to Cam Houston, a little low for a ball. One-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 pitch. Up the middle is going to get down at will for a base hit. So Cam Houston with the leadoff single. And now bring up Trip Ellison. The lefty Ellison batting .309 so far this season. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss for strike one. Went down and after that one in the dirt. Pickoff move the first. Nearly got Cam Houston. He slides back in safely. As for the standings overall in 4A, just like basketball, they use the ranking system. Brookstone currently sitting in second. Calvary currently in sixth. 0-1 pitch. Ellison shows bunt. Going to get it down. Going to be a really good bunt. Going to be a tough play. Fire over the first is low. Did he scoop it? He did. He's out at first. Good defensive play there by the first baseman, Chapman Dykes, for Brookstone. And one down, but that does get the runner, Cam Houston, over to second. So that'll bring up Bryson Brooks, the right fielder. The top 12 teams in 4A make the playoffs, and the top 4 seeds get byes, and they play best 2 out of 3 series till the championship at the end of May at Synovus Park in Columbus, where coincidentally tonight the Clingstones play their season opener at home, their home opener, and the first game ever for the Clingstones. As the first pitch to Bryson Brooks is fouled off down the first base line, strike one. Brookstone only behind First Presbyterian Day in the rankings. In between Brookstone and Calvary Christian, you have Taunton Square, Bethlehem Christian, and Bullock Academy. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it's an 0-2 hole for Brooks. Oh, 2 pitch. Nearly got him. That's a ball. Some of the Brookstone faithful to my left asking where that one missed. Runner on second, 1 down and 2 strikes against Brooks. And they're going to call time. Quick pickoff move back to second. Cam Houston was ready for it. One, two. High pop up into right field. Way up there underneath the camp underneath it is going to make the grab, and now Houston's going to tag. They go to third and get a throw in, but not in time. Chan-Woo Kim with a nice catch and a nice throw from right field, but not in time to get the speedy Houston, who now stands at third base. And that'll bring up Jackson Kennedy, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. Kennedy batting .245 so far this season. And the edge of the outfield that was once still splashing in the sunshine, now completely in the shade. Houston at third, 2 down. As Luke Lowry takes care of a little bit of a shoe malfunction, now he's ready to go. A big gap between the shortstop and the second baseman for Brookstone defensively. First pitch. Off the inside of the bat, so right field is going to land in for a base hit. So Cam Houston will score an RBI single for Jackson Kennedy, and it's 2-1. With the Brookstone lead cut in half now, 2-1, as Tommy Irving will step in. Irving batting .286 this season. Let's see if Calvary can have another strong two-out rally just like they did a few weeks ago here against Strong Rock. First pitch to Irving, taken for a strike. Austin Wiggins is in at first base as the pinch runner for Kennedy. Oh, 1 pitch. Pull toward left and going to get down for a base hit. Solid base hit there by Tommy Irving. Calvary now with 2 on and 2 down. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Nate Osborne. Banging the lineup in place of the left fielder, Fitz Stone. And now the catcher for the Cougars, Gray Jones, getting a little bit of adjustment there on the gear. Slight breeze still blowing in from the outfield. First pitch to Osborne, outside corner, called a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and the runners will advance. Wiggins to third, Irving to second. And just like that, Calvary with 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch low and outside in the dirt. Gray Jones couldn't quite handle it. And now Calvary with a hit to the outfield could take the lead. One. High for ball 2. Good job there by Osborne not to chase. Two one. High pop-up to shallow right center. Second baseman underneath to make the grab, and he does to retire the side. So Will Turner makes the grab, and we'll head to the second. Brookstone 2, Calvary 1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Get ready to smile. It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
My name is
Leading off for Brookstone in the top of the second, left fielder number 8, Harrison Baker.
Well, welcome back to the ball game. Top half of the second. Brookstone leading 2-1 over Calvary here in a huge region game. The first of 3 this week between these two. Harrison Baker, the left fielder, will lead things off for Brookstone. The Cougars with 4 base hits in that first inning, driving home 2 runs. First pitch, fly ball to center field, going to Kemp underneath it, and making the grab for Calvary is Trip Ellison for the first out. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Brings to the plate right fielder number 15, Chan-Woo Kim.
Now the bottom of the order, 9-hole hitter Chan-Woo Kim will step in, the lefty. Kim batting .409 this season. A lot of batting averages in the starting lineup for Brookstone. They'll start with a 3 or a 4. That's a pretty good sign. First pitch to Kim, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, a little outside for ball 1. One outside corner, call strike 2. Good location there by Wilkinson. Wilkinson in a groove. 1-2 pitch. A little high for ball 2. Two pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt for strike 3. Ball gets away from the catcher initially. Kennedy's going to fire it over the first in time for out number 2. Always a scary throw when you have a right-handed catcher, as most of them are, throwing down the first base line after the swing and a miss on strike 3 gets by the catcher. It's going to be a tough throw down the line, but good one there by Kennedy. So back to the top of the order for Mercer Hudson. Grounded out to short to begin the ball game. First pitch to Hudson in the dirt for ball 1. That one skipped to the plate. Landed about 5 feet into the dirt in front of home plate. 1-0 pitch. That one low again. Ball 2. Chopper toward third. Good play at third. Fire over the first. In time for out number 3. What a play defensively there by Brady Reed to fire it over the first. So 3 up, 3 on go the Cougars. We head to the home half for the second. Brookstone 2, Calvary 1 on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Bottom of the second, first baseman number 18, Liam Hoka.
Welcome back to the ball game. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster Noah Shelton alongside my producer Toygar. As Calvary coming up to the plate down 2-1, looking to tie it up and take the lead. Bottom 3 due up for Calvary. Liam Hoka, the first baseman, followed by Brady Reed, and Braxton Wilkinson. First pitch to Hocutt, outside for a ball. Hocutt batting .238 this season. Also has a home run to his credit. 1-0 pitch. Inside corner, called a strike. One, swing and a miss, strike two. And Hocutt now in a 1-2 hole. One-two pitch. High and outside for ball two. Two pitch, chopper to short. Collected there, and a good fire over the first in time by Brendan Neal for out number one. 6-3 in the putout, and that'll bring up Brady Reed. First pitch fouled right back into the screen for strike one. That pitch in there for strike number two. The 0-2 to Reed. Fouled off into the screen. Remains 0-2. And now Luke Lowry wants to have a little bit of a chat with Gray Jones. So after that short and sweet conversation, 0-2 against Reed. Another foul ball right to the screen. Oh, 2 just missed. 1-2. One-two. Swing and a miss. Foul tip right into the glove for strike number three. That'll bring up Braxton Wilkinson, the pitcher. Wilkinson batting .400, and as impressive as that might sound, he's only 2 for 5 so far this season at the plate. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. That one in the dirt for ball one. A little inside, ball two. 2-1. Inside again, same pitch, 3-1. 78 miles an hour on that one. Three-one pitch. Pulled towards short. Gonna be the 12th play for Brendan Neal. Long throw, fire over the first. Did he get it in time? He did! What a play by Brendan Neal! A long throw over the first by Brendan Neal. And that will retire the side. We head to the third. Brookstone 2, Calvary 1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come. Truckloads of fresh inventory to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV known for its safety, technology, and performance, is discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy. No payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Back to the ball game. We head to the third after a very efficient second inning there. Still 2-1 Brookstone. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for Brookstone. Brendan Neal, who just made that miraculous play at shortstop for the final out of the inning, will step in. Hit a double to left field in the first and came around to eventually score. First pitch to him this time outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch, a little high and tight, ball 2.
Now they had some cute things, but I'm not sure they said, what is that?
2-0, that one's in there, strike 1.
What
79.8 miles per hour on that one. Press the speed that time. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. Three 3-1 pitch. A little outside for ball 4, and Brendan Neal's aboard with the first walk of the ball game. So now Gray Jones, the catcher, will step in. Hit a single that drove in Brendan Neal. Pickoff move to first. And Neal back in with plenty of time. Chopper to third, foul into the Brookstone dugout. Another quick pickoff move. Again, going to be close play. Just back in safely is Neal.
I just thought it was for the amount of food. Donna cleaned her plate. I didn't. Yes, I had the pineapple casserole.
0-1.
Donna had the
Outside ball 1. Another pickoff move. Neal back in safely.
And did you hear him tripped on it? What did they say, Bonnie? He tripped on it.
1-1 pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 2. Another pickoff move to keep Neal honest. Danny's back in safely. Wilkinson icing the hitter. And now 2-1. Now Neal goes. High fly ball to center field. Coming in is Ellison. He'll make the grab. So Neal will retreat back to first, and Ellison makes the catch, and now 1 down.
Now batting, number 12, Luke Lowry.
And now the cleanup hitter, also the pitcher, Luke Lowry, coming up. Hit the middle of the 3 straight singles that Brookstone had back in the first. First pitch to Lowry. A little outside for a ball. Pickoff move gets by Hocut, but not enough on it to let Neal try to take second. One-0 pitch, runner goes, chopper to first, gets by Hocut in the right field for a base hit, so Neal will go to third. Neal's going to get to third in time as he slides underneath, and now Lowry will go to second on the throw. And now Brookstone with 2 runners scoring position with 1 down. Now Kennedy and Wilkinson having a little bit of a meeting. As third baseman for Calvary, Brady Reed does some landscaping over there at third base. And now the bag did not quite look like, didn't look, it went in flush at the dirt. Now we're going to have a little bit of a landscaping delay. So Brady Reed will do the honors. The third base bag just won't go in all the way as C. Smith looks on. So now we got third base solidly intact now. And Briscoe at the plate with 1 down and runners to second and third. First pitch to Briscoe, outside for a ball. One-0 pitch. Slap toward third. Good stop there by Reed. Long throw over the first in time as Hocut will tag the runner. And he fell to the ground on his rear as well. But now 2 down and 2 runners on for Brookstone. So a 5-3 put out, a little bit unconventional. But now Will Turner will step in, and a huge at-bat here. Brookstone with the chance to extend the lead. Calvary with the chance to escape. Still just down 1. Turner grounded out to short back in the first inning. First pitch to Turner in the dirt for a ball. One-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. That one's in there for strike 1. .81.5 miles per hour on that pitch. Two one, hit hard toward right center field, slicing into the gap, and is going to land in for a base hit. Neal will score. Lowry will score, and a long single for Will Turner, and 2 RBIs gives Brookstone a 4-1 lead.
Now batting number 4, Maxwell Jones.
Now bring up the designated hitter, Maxwell Jones. Struck out looking on a beautiful breaking ball by Wilkinson to end the first inning. Pickoff move not in time. I'd also like to thank another one of our partners, CNOL2 News, Colin Scroggins, always doing a fantastic job of reporting on all the happenings around the area. I'd like to thank him for his support. That's a base hit up the middle. No, it won't. What a snag there on the line drive. Out at second base by Tommy Irving to end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits. Brookstone leads 4-1 as we head to the home half of the third on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Leading off for Calvary in the bottom of the third, number 22, Cam Houston.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the third. Brookstone leading 4-1 here in the first game of 3 this week between Calvary and the Cougars. The top 2 in the standings in GIA 4A Region 5 or District 5. Top of the order to Cam Houston for Calvary. Hit a leadoff single back in the first and came around to score the only run Calvary's put on the board so far. First pitch to him, a high pop-up, slicing foul and out of play over the Calvary dugout down the first base side. Oh, 1. Low outside, ball 1. now completely under the lights here at Calvary. 1-1 pitch, chopper to short. Another good tough play for Brendan Neal. Fire with the first. What a throw in time. A lot of zip on that one. Brendan Neal. Great night defensively. And a 6-3 putout of the speedy Cam Houston. So that'll bring up Trip Ellison. Laid a bunt down. They got Houston over to second, but Ellison couldn't beat the throw over to first. Ellison fighting through a little bit of a hamstring injury playing tonight. First pitch to the lefty, taken for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. In there, call strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat toward third. Fire over the first. Off, drags Dykes off the bag, but he gets back in. Decent enough throw there by Briscoe for the second out of the inning. Good stretch there by Dykes to snag that one. And 2 up, 2 down for Calvary, and that'll bring up Bryson Brooks, the home run leader on this Calvary Christian team with 3 so far this season. Flied out to right field that advanced Houston to third back in the first inning. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, that one in the dirt. Even count at 1-1. That one a little low ball too. Two 1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the off speed, strike 2. Great touch on that pitch there by Lowry. The 2-2 pitch. Outside ball 3. And it's full. This is the first full count of the night. Pretty efficient nights on the mound so far. 3-2 pitch. Off the inside of the bat, floater to shallow right center. And underneath to make the grab for the Cougars is Will Turner to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down again go the Knights. We head to the 4th. Brookstone 4, Calvary 1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to the ball game. Brookstone leading 4-1 as we head to the top half of the fourth. 8-9 one-hitters due up. Harrison Baker will lead things off. Flew out to center to begin the second inning. First pitch to him. Off speed. Breaker in there for a strike. He turned around like it was going to hit him. Wilkinson with a lot of movement on that one. Completely fooled Baker, 0-1. High pop-up. Going to go over our heads, foul. And Baker in an 0-2 hole. Oh-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball one. One-two pitch in the dirt, ball two. And Calvary with the defensive substitution. Looks like Trip Ellison's night is done fighting through that injury, and Austin Wiggins has taken his place in center field. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, going to call it strike three off the glove of Kennedy. So Baker goes down looking. And now bring up Chan Woo Kim, who struck out swinging back in the second inning. First pitch, taken for a ball. That pitch outside corner, called a strike. One, outside ball two. Big gap in the middle of the infield, 2-1 pitch. Low for ball three against Chan Woo Kim. Three-one pitch. Sliced into the screen. And a full count for the second time tonight. What breeze there is now blowing more from third base across the first than it is into home plate. 3-2. Right up the middle, off the leg of Wilkinson. Tough play for Houston. Fire with the first off the ricochet. He got him. Both these shortstops with great defensive plays tonight. And two down now against Brookstone. Now Coach Steve Smith's going to come out and make sure Wilkinson's all right. Seemed like he took it pretty well. And after about 3 seconds, they've ruled that he's all right. And now bring up Mercer Hudson back to the top of the order for Brookstone. Hudson 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a ground out to third. It was a great play by Brady Reed to put him out to end the second inning. Laid back stance, first pitch to Hudson. Low for a ball. One-0. Curveball, just a little high. Well, Wilkinson gets that curveball to turn over. He's got a ton of movement on it. (2-0), outside ball 3. The 3-0, outside ball 4. Hudson with a 4-pitch walk. Well, when you face tough hitters, sometimes they're actually the easiest one to face. If you ask Greg Maddox what it was like facing Barry Bonds, he said it was the easiest one because if the at-bat actually mattered, you just walk them. So Hudson aboard with the 2-out walk. And Brendan Neal will step in. 1 for 1. Had a walk his last time up. Had that double back in the first. He came around the score. Walked last inning and also came around the score. Been a good night so far for Brendan Neal, both at the plate and defensively. Runner goes. Fire down the second from Kennedy. Not going to be in time. That pitch was taken for a strike by Neal. Runner at second. And time called by the umpire before Wilkinson delivers. Oh, 1 breaking ball in there called strike 2. Gotten a little chilly, have you, Toygar? Hey, what, for mid-April, should not be this cold. Exactly. Umpire calls time again. Wilkinson a little bit out of his rather efficiently paced set up, stretch, and move. Now he's set. And the 0-2. Low in the dirt, ball 1. Good take there by Neal. Wanted to swing at it, went down with it with his body, but didn't swing the bat. One, 2. Chopper back to the pitcher over his head. Going to go to second. Fire with the first. Not going to be in time. Gets past Hocutt and run's going to score because of it. Low throw over to first by Irving. Got by Hocutt. And so Hudson will come around to score and make it 5-1 Brookstone. Looked like Neal would have beaten out the throw either way. But that error, or that mistake, gives Brookstone a run. So now Gray Jones will step in 1 for 2 with a fly out to center and a single back in the first inning. Pickoff move as Neal's back in safely. Runner goes, fire down to second, not going to be in time again. Close play, but Neal slides in head first safely. Foul ball right back into the screen for a strike. We have a game that has gone final. Over on the channel as well, Stars Mill has defeated Harris County tonight by a score of 7-3. One count to Jones. Neal standing at second. Brookstone leading 5-1. 5-1, and the off-speed pitch on the 2-1 pitch. A little high and inside, ball 3. Back to the backstop. We're going to go. Going to be close play at third, but it gets way by the third baseman. Now Neal's going to stand up and run home, and he's going to come in with no play. Another bad defensive sequence there for Calvary, and Brookstone now leads 6-1. Now 3 balls and 1 strike against Jones. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good comeback pitch there by Wilkinson. Bases cleared, 2 down, and the 3-2 pitch. Chopped foul back into the screen. Three-two. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go, says the first base umpire. And so Jones will be aboard with a walk. So Kelly again will come in the pinch run for Jones. So now Luke Lowry will step in. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch taken for strike 1. Pickoff move the first. And Jones back in safely. Oh, 1, a little high and outside, ball 1. Now the pickoff move the first. Brookstone looking to go through the first half of region play unscathed and undefeated. 5 teams in the region. Everybody plays each other 3 times in a 3-game set that each lasts 1 week. That ball low for ball 2. Another quick ball move. He wasn't paying attention. He got him. Caught Kelly napping at first, and that will retire the side. So Lowry can make up to the plate to begin the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Brookstone 6, Calvary 1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Refresh your senses with a kick of citrus flavor. Do the do.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Leading off for Calvary in the bottom of the board, number 2, Jackson Kennedy.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the fourth. Brookstone leading on the road 6-1 as the middle three are due up for Calvary. Jackson Kennedy, the catcher, followed by Tommy Irving, the second baseman, and Nate Osborne, the designated hitter. Kennedy with a single back in his first time to the plate. Calvary's gone down 1-2-3 the past 2 times they come up to the plate. Looking to change that this inning and get back in this one. First pitch to Kennedy, a little inside for a ball. Inside 2-0. Not because it's responsible, but because it's fun. If the season ends today, Brookstone would await the winner in the second round between Tallulah Falls and Stratford Academy. That pitch is taken high for a ball. Calvary will be playing Strong Rock. And of course, those standings will change in the next few weeks before the playoffs start on May 9th. (3-0). 4-pitch walk to Kennedy, and he's aboard. So now Tommy Irving will step in. And Coach Smith's going to come to the home plate umpire, did a little bit of paperwork. As the pinch runners come in for Kennedy, it's Trey Quintard, the junior, who's going to be staying at first base and nearly got picked off there. Got back in safely. Tommy Irving, single back in the first. Trying to hit another one here and get Calvary rolling to get back into this ball game. Another pickoff move. Back in safely is Quintard. That first pitch in there for a strike. Another pickoff move. Back in safely again is Quintard. Oh, 1 in there for a call strike 2. Off the end of the bat, slicing foul. Throw over the first again, back in safely Quintard. Oh, 2 pitch, another foul ball slicing over the first base dugout. That one off the end of the bat, rolling towards second. And dropped. And Irving's aboard. So 2 aboard for Calvary with nobody down, and Nate Osborne will step in. Osborne shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. One-oh, outside ball 2. Time called. Quintard at second. Irving at first. And Osborne at the plate trying to get Calvary back into this ball game. Nice, down 6-1. And another time called. And now we're going to have a mound visit between Coach Mathis and Lowry. So while they meet, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors once again: Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC Opelika, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Master Wall, Senile 2 News, Senile2news.com on Facebook, the Alex Quinny All-State Agency. Of course, Alex Quinny All-State Agency Player of the Game coming up right after we conclude here. As now the meeting's broken up and everybody returns to their respective positions. As Osborne's ahead in the count 2-0. Outside ball 3. Pickoff move to second. No play at second. Chose bunt, pulls it back, called a strike. Three-one. Take it inside for ball 4, and they're loaded. So now Liam Hocutt with a big opportunity to get Calvary back in the ball game. Grounded out to short back in the second inning. First pitch to Hocutt. Hard hit ball towards short, stopped by Neal over the second for 1. Fire over the first, in time for 2. So a run will score, but a 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, there's 2 down. So Quintard scores to make it 6-2. And now Brady Reed will step in, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him, taking for a strike. Oh, one hard hit foul ball out of play. Oh, 2 pitch to Reed. Outside corner, no call. And half the Brookstone defense was halfway to the dugout. One-two pitch. High pop-up in foul ground toward the Calvary dugout, slicing out of play onto the roof. I understand the Brookstone ambition, but neither pitcher has really been getting that outside corner call all night. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. So Brookstone escapes, only allowing 1 run. And we head to the 5th. Brookstone leading 6-2 on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Brookstone at the top of the 5th, number 12, Luke Lowry.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top half of the 5th, Brookstone leading 6-2. As Luke Lowry will step back in, was at the plate back in the 4th, but Mitchum Kelly picked off at first base to end the inning, so he'll get another at bat. He's 2 for 2 so far with 2 singles. He's also scored once. Calvary just chipped a little bit into that lead last inning, scoring 1 run. First pitch to Lowry. Reset the count, 1-0. Swung on, slicing down the right field line. Foul. Even count at 1-1. Some teams on the bubble currently in the playoff standings. St. Anne Pacelli currently sitting in 9th. Stratford Academy out of Macon sitting in 10th. Strong Rock in the region in 11th. That's a hard hit ball toward third. Good play by Reed. Scoops it up, fires the first in time for out number 1. The Kings Academy sits in 12th, and then just outside Mount DeSales in 13th, and George Walton Academy sitting in 14th. So now Charles Briscoe will step in, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. First pitch to him. Check swing. Did he go? Either way, it was a strike. 0-1. Check swing again off the end of the bat. Foul, 0-2. Big gap in the middle of the infield again. 0-2 pitch to Briscoe. Outside for a ball. One, two. Inside, ball two. Two pitch. Check swing, and the dirt didn't go. Ball three, and it's full. So Briscoe from an 0-2 hole to a full count. The 3-2. Slicing foul down the left field line. Can he get over there and make the grab? He can't quite make the catch, and it will be 3-2 all over again. Good effort there by Fitzstone, just couldn't quite catch up to it. Brookstone scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Calvary with 1 in the first and 1 in the fourth. As we're in the fifth, Brookstone leading 6-2. Looking to improve to 6-0 and be perfect for the first half of region play. 3-2 pitch. Shot right back to Wilkinson. Good snag there on the mound and a lazy throw of the first in time for out number one. Excuse me, out number two. So 2 down, and Will Turner will step in. 1 for 2, another ground out, and a single back in the third inning. Wilkinson working quickly. First pitch to him, taken for a strike. One chop toward third. Reed snags it, fires for the first, and puts it away for the third out of the inning. So 5-3, 1-3, 5-3, up 3 down go the Cougars. We head to the home half of the fifth, 6-2 Brookstone on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of brand new full-size Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $13,750 off. New 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV that features high-tech options and discounts up to $5,000 off. You can enjoy no payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of
Calvary in the bottom of the fifth, number 11, Braxton Wilkinson.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the fifth. Brookstone leading 6-2. 9-1-2 hitters do it for Calvary. So Braxton Wilkinson, the pitcher, will hit. So it looks like he's going to come back out to the mound for the sixth inning. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. First pitch to him. Foul tipped back behind the plate for strike one. So far, Wilkinson, through 5 innings of work, has allowed 6 runs on 6 hits. And just walked 2. 0-1 pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Correction, he's walked 3 so far tonight. 0-2 pitch. A little outside, ball 1. One, 2. No call on that one, 2-2. Lowry so far through 4 innings of work. 2 runs given up on 3 hits. 2-2 pitch, and Wilkinson has run the count full. The 3-2. Inside, corner called, strike 3. And a big pitch there by Lowry. And that will bring Cam Houston up back to the top of the order for Calvary. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Came around to score in the first inning. First pitch, off speed, a little high for a ball. One 0, fouled back, 1-1. One in the dirt, ball 2. Elsewhere in the region, Pacelli this week playing Chatco twice, and Westfield going to face off against Strong Rock. The 2 teams not located in Columbus in the region. That 2-1 pitch, a little inside for ball 3. (3-1). In there for a call, strike 2, and it's full. (3-2), and Lowry with another step off the mound to collect himself. (3-2) pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, and Houston's aboard with a walk. So now Austin Wiggins will step in. Took over defensively for Trip Ellison 2 innings ago. So Ellison ends the night 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt and a ground out. Wiggins so far this season. The swings and misses at the first pitch. Stepping up for only his 3rd plate appearance this season. Has not had a hit yet. Quick pickoff move the first, Houston back in safely. Oh, 1. Fly ball to shallow right field in foul ground, and it's going to land foul. And Wiggins now in an 0-2 hole. Chapman Dykes ran down the foul line and nearly made a Willie Mays type catch over the shoulder. Couldn't quite catch up to it. (0-2). Outside corner, no call. Haven't been getting the call all night, 1-2. 1-2. Inside corner, call strike 3. They've been getting that call, and Wiggins goes down looking. And that'll bring up Bryson Brooks. 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts, 1 to right field and 1 to shallow right center field to the second baseman. If Calvary's going to get back in this one, you got to think they got to have a big fly, and this is the man to do it. Leader on the team with 3 this year. Houston at first. First pitch to Brooks. Taking for a ball a little high. That pitch chopped toward third, foul, 1-1. Not sure how aggressive they'll be on the base paths with 2 down, but Houston does have 10 stolen bases on the season, second most on the team. One off his helmet. And Brooks will trot down to first. Did not see that coming. Both pitchers have been in pretty good control so far tonight. The first one that's really gotten away from Lowry. Runners at first and second now with 2 down. Calvary trailing 6-2 and an opportunity here to get back in this one. Kennedy with a single in the first and walked last inning and came around to score. He scored on the double play ball that Liam Hocutt grounded it out into. Kennedy, first pitch, high fly ball to right field, but plenty of room. And underneath it to make the grab for Brookstone is Chan-Woo Kim, and he makes the grab to retire the side. We head to the 6th, 6-2 Brookstone on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
For Brookstone in the top of the 6th, number 4, Maxwell Jones.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top half of the 6th, bottom 3 due up for Brookstone as they lead 6-2. Maxwell Jones, Harrison Baker, and Chan-Woo Kim, the 3 due up for Brookstone. Braxton Wilkinson still on the mound for Calvary. First pitch to Jones. A little low for a ball. Wilson. Fast pace, 1-0 in there for a strike. One pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Two one outside corner, great pitch, strike 2. Two, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Maxwell Jones put down his second strikeout today. Bringing up Harrison Baker, the left fielder. Baker 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a strikeout looking. First pitch outside for a ball. One 0, all speed in there for a strike. One off the inside of the bat, foul onto the screen, 1-2. One two, high for ball 2. One-two pitch, and a base hit to right center field. And Harrison Baker aboard with his first hit of the ball game. Center Chan Kim will step in, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Over at Synovus Park, the Clingstones currently leading it 3-0 as they head to the 8th inning over Pensacola. And the home opener for the Clingstones in their inaugural season in Columbus. First pitch to Kim, a little low for a ball. Pickoff move the first. One 0 outside, ball 2. Noah Shelton alongside Torgor Isla with you here from the Calvary Christian School. As Brookstone looking to go 6-0 and have a perfect first half to region play. As another pickoff move the first, not in time. Been a great season so far. Calvary sitting in second place in the region standings at 4-2. So a big game for Calvary. They want to catch up and claim the 1 seed in the region and improve their standings heading into the playoffs. 2-0, swing and a miss for a strike. Hard cut of that one by Kim. I think time was called before. They're going to call a balk against Wilkinson. A balk against Wilkinson, and Baker will take second. So it's still a 2-1 count. 2-1. Hard hit ball to deep left field toward the shed out there. Way back is Stone, and he makes the grab way deep in left field. So a good play by Fitz Stone for the second out of the inning. Good hit there by Kim, just hit it the wrong part of the ballpark.
Brings to the plate number 7, Mercer Hudson.
Back to the top of the order for Mercer Hudson. 2 ground outs and a walk. Came around the score off that walk back in the 4th. He has Harrison Baker at second to try to add an insurance run and give Brookstone a 5-run lead. First pitch to Hudson. Breaking ball, inside corner, called a strike. That breaking ball in the inside corner is a thing of beauty from Wilkinson. Short lead for Baker at second. Only about 6 feet or so. 0-1. Chopper toward first. Going to get between the gap between first and second to right field for a base hit. Good throwing. I mean, play at the plate. Throws off to the right to Kennedy, so the run will score. Throw down to second. Out at second base is Hudson, so the run will score. But Brookstone will not be allowed to try to extend the lead any further. So we head to the bottom of the 6th, and Brookstone leads 7-2 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I can say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back to the ball game. We head to the home half of the 6th. Calvary trailing 7-2. First pitch is pulled foul on the left field line by Tommy Irving to begin the inning. Irving reached on a single in the first, reached on an error back in the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. One pitch. Breaking ball. High. Pop up to shallow left field. Neal runs over, the shortstop does, and makes the play in shallow left field for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Nate Osborne. Popped out to second and walked back in the 4th. First pitch to him, ripped towards short, right to Brendan Neal. Good play over there, fire over the first. Beautiful in time. Another great throw over the first by Brendan Neal at shortstop for Brookstone, and quickly 2 down. So Liam Hocutt will step in. 0 for 2 both ground out the shorts. One was one out, the other was a double play. First pitch to him. Taken for a ball. One 0 pitch. Inside, called a strike. That pitch a little outside, ball 2 to Hokut. The tall righty steps in, looking to somehow give Calvary some life. That pitch a little inside and curves back into the strike zone for strike 2. Two-two pitch to Hokut. Didn't go. Call strike 3 on the outside corner. That will retire the side. We head to the 7th. Brookstone 7, Calvary 2 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to the ball game. Top half of the 7th. New pitcher on the mound for Calvary is the left-handed, long-haired lefty, Braylon Frierson. And the first pitch to Neal in there for a strike. Frierson with an ERA of 6.52 coming into tonight. 9.2 innings pitched, allowed 11 hits and struck out 10. 0-1 to Neal. Foul out of play behind us, 0-2. I'd like to remind you what else we got coming up on the channel. Got Pacelli baseball tomorrow, Northside soccer as well. Thursday, we got game 2 of this 3-game series. We also have game 3 here on Friday evening. Pacelli baseball as well on Thursday. Harris County baseball on Thursday. Columbus Lions Friday night. Got games for you all day around the channel, every day on Georgia Alabama Sports Live on YouTube and on Facebook. 0-2 pitch, hard hit to deep right field. Back to the wall. It's going to land in short of the wall and roll to it for extra bases for Neal. and he'll head the second for his second double of the ball game. Have yourself a day, Brendan Neal. Not only great defensively, 3 for 3 at the plate. He's reached all 4 times. 2 doubles, a single, and a walk. So Gray Jones will step in. A walk, a single, and a fly out to center. First pitch from Frierson. Chopper to third, just foul. Opposing hitters batting .275 this season against Frierson. Lefty sits forward with his left arm hanging in the air, now sets. 0-1 pitch, fouled back into the screen for strike 2. Frierson eyes Neal at second. Runner goes, 0-2 pitch. Chopper to short. Going to be a tough play for Houston. He snags it. Going to be a long throw to first. Not going to be in times off the mark to Hocutt. Neal will hold at third. And so Brookstone with runners at the corners with nobody out. 2 hitters to an 0-2 count. But Frierson just couldn't quite finish them off. And now bring up Luke Lowry, the cleanup hitter and the pitcher. It looks like he's also as good of a hitter he is. He might hit for himself even if he is going to get it pulled. But you got to imagine as well as he's pitched tonight, he's going to go back out there to try for the complete game. Lowry 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Oh, 2. Excuse me. First pitch of the at-bat, 1-0. Had 2 0-2 pitch counts already this inning, so not going to have one here, though. 1-0. Pickoff move to first. Would have been close if the throw was a little bit better, but always going to be a tougher pickoff move to first when you're a lefty. (1-0) in there for a strike. (1-1). Curveball in there for a strike. Good pitch there for Frierson. And another hitter under pressure with 2 strikes against him. The first 2 did well. (1-2). Low in the dirt, ball 2. Good stop there by Kennedy behind the plate. (2-2 pitch. Fouled off over the Calvary dugout. Gonna do the 2-2 all over again. Pickoff move again. Close play, but back in safely at first. I believe it's Mitchum Kelly again, pinch running for Gray Jones. (2-2). fouled off. It is Mitchum Kelly at first, running for Gray Jones again. Brookstone up 7-2, looking to increase their lead, add some insurance runs. To clinch a perfect first half to region play in this season. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball in shallow center field, way up there, up the elevator shaft. And underneath to make the grab is Houston in shallow center field for the first out of the inning. Then now Charles Briscoe will step in. 2 groundouts and a single, 1 for 3. Runner show at the corners for Brookstone. First pitch low and outside for a ball. Lefty on lefty matchup, 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. One pitch, good pitch on the outside corner for a strike. All 4 hitters this inning have had their backs against the wall with 2 strikes. See if Frierson can finish this one. 2-2. Outside corner call, strike 3. Have a seat. So now 2 down and runner show at the corners, and a chance for Frierson and the Knights to get out of here and have an outside shot of getting back in this one just down 5. Five is a big ask, but it is more doable than, say, 7. So Will Turner will step in. Same thing as Briscoe, 1 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a single. First pitch, swing and a miss on the off speed for a strike. Runner goes, pickoff move the first, and gonna be easy stolen base there for Kelly. Now the force at second, not in play. And 2 runners now in scoring position for Brookstone. 0-1, a little high for a ball. One, swing and a miss, strike 2. Almost had some right to left action on that one, like it was a 2-seam fastball, or had a lot of action on it, like it was almost a screwball. Either way, good throw there by Frierson. One-two pitch. Swing, hard hit, good play at third by Brady Reed to make the grab. What a play by Brady Reed to keep the deficit for Calvary at 5. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance for Calvary. Now 7-2 to Brookstone on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Mason Bishop.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the 7th, last chance for Calvary. As Mason Bishop will pinch hit for Brady Reed. First pitch to him, grounder to third. Give me a tough play, fire over the first. In time, good defensive play there by Charles Briscoe. So one pitch and one down. Last 2 outs for Calvary. Braxton Wilkinson will hit for himself here in the 9-hole. First pitch to him, taken for a strike. Oh, 1, a little outside for a ball. One pitch in there for strike 2. And Lowry's on fire. One-two pitch. Outside for a ball. The Knights have 3 hits, all of which came in the first inning. As that pitch just misses 3-2. The Calvary Christian Knights have not had a hit since the first inning. They've had base runners due to walks and error hit by pitch. But Lowry's thrown a no-hitter since the second. Swing and a miss for strike 3 on that one. 2 down, and Calvary's down to the final out. Back to the top of the order for Cam Houston. Houston with a walk, a ground out, and a single. First pitch to him. Did he go? He did. Strike 1. Oh, 1. High fly ball to deep right center field. Will it land at the gap? It will. That will roll to the wall. Houston's going to stand in at second with a stand-up double. So Cam Houston not giving up his second hit of the night. And Calvary with the runner at second. Now pinch hitter coming up. It's going to be William Hilton stepping in.
Double for Cam Houston brings to the plate number 4, William Hilton.
Hilton, only 2 plate appearances so far this season for the lefty. Trying to start what would be a magical 2-out rally. First pitch to him, taken for a strike. No, not sure where that missed. A little high perhaps. Ball 1. One 0. There it is, strike 1. (7-2) Brookstone, 1 out away from a perfect first half for the region play. First swing and a miss, strike 2 on that one, 1-2. And Calvary down to the final strike. One-two pitch. Just missed a little high, 2-2. 2-2. Outside corner, call strike 3, and that's your ball game. Brookstone 6-0 in region play to begin the season, halfway through and unscathed. For your Alex Quinney All-State Player of the Game, really between two players. Luke Lowry, the pitcher for Brookstone, a great night on the mound, but I'm going to give it to Brendan Neal. 3 for 3 at the plate, 2 doubles and a single. Also had a walk, scored 3 times, and played great defense, especially on that play of the game to end the second inning for Calvary offensively. So Brookstone wins game 1 of 3 by a score of 7-2. They'll go to Brookstone for game 2 on Thursday and back here to Calvary for game 3 on Friday. From our producer, Toy Gar, I've been your broadcaster, Noah Shelton. We'll catch you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Good night.